Yes.
Let's do this.
We are
Greg
doing.
has made his wish come true. We are back to covering the end of Booster Gold. And let me tell you, after reading issue 19 and 20 of Booster Gold, I can tell you it is evident that we are nearing the end.
Nearing the end of this run.
It's not great.
What are you talking about? It's fantastic. It
is not great. It's not great.
Oh, it is. It is.
What are you? Let's see. We've been through old Firestorm villains. Old Black Lightning villain organizations.
Yeah.
Villains from Blue Devil. Villain that we've forgotten already.
Wait, are you talking about
who sounded like he was a Flash villain, but he didn't.
He didn't deliver.
And now we're to Flash villains.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now, I don't know what happened to this book because we had this amazing interlude with time travel and explaining the future and the past and doing all these really cool things. And now we are back to a superhero book that just sucks.
It's not.
And by the way, as a reminder, I just said we were talking about Booster Gold today. We're back on Booster Gold after 4 issues of Legion of the Superheroes. We learned how that DC editorial destroyed the Legion of Superheroes.
Yes.
And killed Superboy. Even though Superboy's in all the Superman titles right now. All the Superboys. And now we have a lot of them.
All the Superboys. There's many Superboys.
Yep. And what does every good Superboy need?
A Toyota Supra.
Maybe.
Then they could be a Superboy.
I can't, just side note.
Yes.
Do you know that, like, Maxima is going to be in the next Superman movie?
The car?
No. I mean, maybe Nissan will cut a deal.
They will. Maxima and a Maxima.
They don't even make Maximas anymore, do they?
But they could bring one back.
Those were good cars.
They're decent cars.
No, they were good cars.
Yeah.
That was the best of the Nissan line.
That's why they had to get rid of them. They had to take that off the line so they could bring you a new and improved Nissan Sentra.
That no one wants. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
The Maxima was the sedan for the Nissan line.
Oh yeah.
Hence the Maxima.
Yes.
Well, anyway, enough about Nissan. I mean, look, I don't even know if you ever saw the best Nissan, which was the orange Nissan pickup truck.
Oh,
1985 orange Nissan pickup truck.
I remember that orange Nissan pickup truck because you delivered the amazing couch that lived in my apartment for a long time.
There you
go. In the back of that, from your apartment to my apartment.
See, there we go. The orange Nissan pickup truck I got after wrecking my green Subaru.
Oh, yes.
Into an elk.
I was going to say it was a large mass of animal meat.
Well, the elk ran away. I don't know. And needed a car to go to school across the country and got an orange Nissan pickup truck. It's fantastic. And had no air conditioner. So
makes it the best.
As I drove across the country, I had the window open, and if I have skin that is, and if I didn't have this big hoodie on, there's still a patch of freckles right here from that trip of my hanging out the door of that car. It's
forever freckled.
And honestly, this discussion is probably more interesting than the sum total of issue 19 and 20 of Booster Gold.
I don't know. It's chromatic chaos, just like the book.
It's it's not chromatic chaos. It's chromatic predictability. If you leave my skin in the sun, little brown splotches will appear.
I
don't know how that's chromatic chaos. That seems like chromatic stability. This book here is something.
It's amazing. Look at that cover, Dan. How could you not like that? people that are only listening, you don't get to see it, but people that are watching, wow, you are lucky.
Well, it's a cover. I mean, we find out who watches The Watchmen because I assume we are. Oh, we went back 2 months again because we went forward 2 months, right, with the Legion. Yeah, so
it's
now
all
we're
time
back.
travel. It's all time travel. It's relevant.
Yeah, we're
and
back
irrelevant.
at the end of The Watchmen. We're back in cover date August of 1987. We have this book. Bruce Patterson inks Dan Jurgens on the cover, and our rotating crew of inkers shows up here, and Al Vey, which doesn't sound like a real name, is the inker on this book with Dan Jurgens. And I'm sure we'll have a new inker next issue. In fact, I know we'll have a new inker next issue. Our good friend Arnie Starr will be back. I'm sure he'll be the star of inks.
The star of inks. It's like the king of linoleum.
Well, the good news is since I'm holding the book today, you've got a nice advertisement on the back for
some D&D.
Advanced Dungeons and Dragons as opposed to standard Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah,
we don't do the standard Dungeons and Dragons anymore. We're all about the advanced Dungeons and Dragons.
I wonder who, there's a signature on this art piece here, but I can't make it out. So
I don't know.
But they did put a signature down there, and you see it.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
So
that is pretty cool.
That's cool. Yeah, they let people sign their art pieces. That's nice. There's signatures on this one too.
I see. Yeah.
Jurgens and Patterson. So that's how I know.
Stylized.
That's how I know this is well. Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about today. We probably should just jump right in.
We jump right into this, just like Booster Gold's jumping right into this on that first page.
Yeah. Do you remember when all the M&Ms were gender neutral?
They were just M&Ms.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah, they're just M&Ms.
We didn't have to sexualize the M&M.
You did that yourself.
No, I think Eminem did.
No. Back then, you did that yourself. These ones make me feel this way, and these ones make me feel this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like that.
Are you sure?
I mean,
you think they taste differently.
They do taste differently. And you think I'm talking about Skittles, but I'm not.
Is it 87 when the red ones came back? Because there's tan and red here.
There's tan and red, and I think they took them off the market for a couple of years because the red dye, they had to change the dye.
When we were kids, there was no red.
There was no red.
It was more than a couple years.
Yeah.
It was a while.
Yeah, because I remember my dad making a big deal about it because he was like, oh, man, I haven't seen these since the military.
Yeah, well, and I mean, they are something a big deal about. I understand some guy named Stan was really concerned about the red M&Ms and stocked them.
Oh, yeah? Held on
until
to
he
them?
found them, and then they came back.
No.
There's nothing like a fan named Stan.
A fan named Stan.
And M&Ms.
And M&M, I know.
It's very important. Well,
that was a bridge you went
Gold.
On, just like Stan did.
I had to take you there. It took a while. A bridge like that, a bridge too far. There's nothing like a bridge too far. The Narrows Bridge in Washington State is up for something like $114 million in repairs or something like that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's up for sale. Well, we should pool the money together. We should get a GoFundMe and buy the bridge.
It just proves that the toll will never go away because now they'll put a toll on the old bridge
they'll
they
put
already built.
Yeah, I was going to say they'll put a toll on the other, go in the other direction.
There's going to be tolls everywhere. Well, just like reading this book was a toll. That's where we're going. So,
I thought it was fantastic, everybody.
Well, you're always, as always, Greg always has the right to his opinion.
That's right.
Whether it's right or very, very wrong.
Just because I find things enjoyable, and
I don't know how, okay, before we even start this book, okay, I'm just going to find a page. Okay, here's a page.
Yeah.
I had to message you to ask for 15 extra minutes to read these books.
It's so much. I know.
Yes, we've got the advertisement for Oxy 10 over here on one
Skittles.
side. And we've
Not to
got
be
the
confused with Skittles. You want Skittles,
very
but you don't
different.
want Zittles. But if you eat too many Skittles, you get some Zittles. Or is it M&Ms?
Right.
I don't know. One of them, both of them.
Probably none of those things are true. And so
Doctor
it's
told me.
probably just how your body reacts to the hormones that are in it when you're a teenager. But
The
look
food?
here.
Food has hormones?
I don't think it has anything to do with the food.
Oh, okay. I think food has
I think
hormones.
those were rumors to get us not to eat certain foods.
I think they put hormones
Anyway.
in food.
Well, yes, hormones do make you want to eat. There's so much text.
There's so much text.
Okay.
It's a lot. I just made the computer read me the book.
God. No, you did not.
I had it.
Next
I had
thing
it.
you're going to tell me is AI is creating your comics.
Oh, just shut your face. Oh my God. I'll punch
Well,
you.
you
to the
went there
computer.
first.
No, you can make the computer, you can have the computer do the text to read.
Well, anyway, I'm not going to read all of this on the podcast.
It's a lot. But I think the
Is this
listeners,
like is
the
this like a
listeners really-
5-panel? Is this a 4-panel Mary Worth comic book?
It feels
right,
like but
this-
the listeners really enjoy
when you
it
read 4 panels every Sunday, it's not so bad.
the listeners really enjoy it when you go through the whole entire book, Dan. So
Yeah, this
I
would take
figured-
us like 5 hours. Yeah, I could read this to you. It'd be fantastic. I'll work on my reading skills. It'll be fantastic.
Oh my
Now,
God.
if you folks just keep your distance, nobody here is going to get hurt.
You gotta
Yay.
do it a little more like inflection and tone in different parts because
And enthusiasm.
yeah, and because you want it to come across like the Prairie Companion, right? The Prairie Home Companion, not like
No, I do not.
Why not?
That's boring.
No,
Okay.
it's good. I listened to it yesterday when I was at work
Of course you did.
because I was bored.
Garrison
I needed
Keeler.
3 hours.
You
of-
want me to be Garrison Keeler?
He talked about baseball. It was fantastic.
I talk about baseball all the time. That
I know.
doesn't mean I'm fantastic, nor do I want to be Garrison Keeler.
It was timely.
Well, now that we've lost everyone in the audience under 70,
Like,
Jesus, Prairie Home what is this? What?
I made
This is
Dan break.
fantastic.
I made Dan break under
Well,
15 minutes.
Booster Gold
everybody.
number 19. Booster Gold is flying through the sky. He's being a rich person. He's
He's
going
being-
to a party.
He's going to a party with a bag over his shoulder, like every rich
He
person. does.
strips on the rooftop of the building.
Yeah, that's what she do. Everybody's
on a
down
suit.
below.
I don't know where the suit. If you pull a suit out of a bag like that, it's not going to be party ready.
I mean, maybe it's one of those really cool materials that's like permapress
From the 80s.
Yeah, no, it's a permapress.
yeah.
It's rayon.
He's got a skinny tie
It's
on.
rayon.
Oh, he sees that Monica lady again. He
doesn't-
gives her new boyfriend bad stock advice. Like what is this? Like Wolf of Wall Street? And
I got a hot tip for you, kid. You're gonna want to buy everything you got. Put it into this.
it's also weird that like just Booster Gold comes back from the future and all of a sudden his company has expanded from like having like him be a model and an actor and making money off his likeness
Yeah.
to owning everything.
Oh yeah, he's got tons of money.
And all of a sudden he's super savvy with everything.
Well, I'm pretty sure what Dirk did during that time that Booster was gone was filed an insurance policy against him. And after so many months of Booster being gone, claimed that he'd passed and then cashed in the insurance policy. And then
Well, the great thing about this page, which doesn't have a page number on it, but there are some page numbers.
Yes.
This is page 3, I think. Booster Gold goes to the party, and he's telling us in his thoughts how he wants to buy all of the prints from this guy named Morris because he knows they'll be worth millions of dollars later. So again, this is why you don't leave the almanac.
You don't leave the almanac. Yeah.
And so basically, Booster Gold talks to Freddie Mercury Morris,
Freddie Mercury Morris,
the artist, and he's got a fantastic striped shirt with green pants and a yellow jacket.
It's got a good look. I like it.
Like Freddie Mercury had not been caught dead in this.
You don't think so? Not just
No.
like not just like maybe going to coffee or something like that. Couldn't find anything else around the house, so just grab this.
No.
To go out
It would not.
incognito.
So, and then we get the most fantastic situation here where the Rainbow Raider comes in
Crash. Take a drink.
through the door. We got a scratch. Yeah. Well, that's not our drinking game.
I
You're
know, I know.
stealing that from somebody else.
I know. But I mean, you can hydrate with your water, just like I'm going
That's
to do.
true.
Hydrate with your water, Dan.
That doesn't look like water. That looks like weird
It's water.
something.
It's a red bottle with
It looks like the Rainbow Raider hit your water.
the Rainbow Raider did hit the water bottle. It's just water though.
If y'all aren't familiar with the Rainbow Raider, you can get a big shot of Tang.
You could get a big shot of Tang. Tang
It
sounds so
says
good
right
now.
here, be a big orange big shot with Tang.
You know, Tang comes from space, and we just had astronauts come back from the moon, or well, come back from around the moon. Well, you know,
That is true. And we had another ship go into space with like returnable rockets.
returnable rockets. These rockets can be returned. Please return these rockets if found.
Maybe that's probably the Blue Origin policy, actually. All rockets can be returned.
All rockets can be returned if found,
You just have to take them to a Whole Foods.
or what was the other place that I saw like you can bring
Kohl's.
stuff back to the Goodwill and return it.
Interesting. Well, Goodwill will take it and resell it for you. It's very
No,
nice.
they have a return thing. They have a bin.
Well, Rainbow Raider seems to be very angry with this Morris guy, and he zaps the angry beam on Monica's boyfriend, and then he's angry, and he's going to beat up Booster Gold. Booster Gold trips him, and he shoots like a Blu-ray on somebody before that,
Oh.
and the Blu-ray
On Freddie
makes him
Mercury.
chill.
Morris.
Yeah. It just makes him chill out, I guess.
Would it be Freddie Morrisery?
And then he shoots a yellow beam at Booster Gold, and he's all scaredy cat.
Turns him into the lion from the Wizard of Oz.
Nah, he would be a way cooler character if he was the lion from the Wizard of Oz. And then the Rainbow Raider leaves, and everybody's mad at Booster because he didn't do anything to stop him.
I will say that that one panel of the Rainbow Raider where he's yelling, he's got a very like Judge Dredd face going on.
Yes, well, also the wildly inconsistent coloring in this book.
Well,
But-
because he's the Rainbow Raider, Dan. Of course, there's going to be a lot of colors.
He does announce his name, which is Roy G. Bigelow.
Why would he? He's not incognito anymore.
Yeah, well, he's wearing a mask.
Oh,
I think he's
nobody
been
can tell.
captured by the Flash enough times. By the way, if I didn't mention this is a Flash villain, I got myself a help. I got myself a couple of helps. One is not a really useful help for the audience because it's a black and white photo, so it's not Rainbow Raidery.
Oh,
But I did check. I just wanted to confirm
Dramatic.
the Rainbow Raider did make it as part of Flash's Rogue Gallery. This is the Carmine Infantino's wraparound cover to Flash 300, and there's some other luminaries like the Weather Wizard and Gorilla Grodd and the Mirror Master and Captain Boomerang. But right there is the Rainbow Raider. He's right there.
He's raiding some
So-
rainbows.
Very excited. We're gonna return this.
Back to the shelf it goes. I think it's kind of cool that the Rainbow Raiders made the rounds, and he's been in the Flash's little grouping of baddies there. Oh,
Well,
Dan has
I
a
also
bigger
got us some
book.
help. I also got us some help. I got us the Who's Who. Though
Oh.
he's going to tell us his story, so we're going to see if his story in here is the same as the Who's Who.
Okay.
Let's see. This is Roy G. Bigelow. He is a painter and professional criminal. That seems to jive so far. Actually, we probably
Jive?
should go there through this.
Okay.
Let's trade
Okay.
this. Okay. He's got to explain himself here. Last time
on Booster Gold.
last time on The Flash.
Oh, on the Flash.
Basically, we find out that poor Roy G. Bigelow was bullied as a child. And these mean bullies painted him with his own paints, which is ironic.
Well, and they're probably like oil paints. That kind of sucks too, because those are
Yeah, and
expensive.
he's saved by his friend, somebody Morris, Paul Morris, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And they become best friends. In fact,
friends.
it says, but I love to paint, to create. We continued to work together. And when Paul got an art scholarship, we went off to one of the best schools in the country. But see, he was handicapped by color blindness. So he could paint beautiful things. But alas, when he put colors on them, they look like the cover of this book,
Which is awesome.
which is terrible.
It's amazing. It's a freaking rainbow.
Yes. So now everything is moving forward here. And we find out that his buddy, his pal, starts stealing all of his art ideas and just coloring them. So basically, we have an issue where we have a inker and a penciler,
Mhm.
and then this guy colors it and takes credit for everything.
Man. Or it's just like AI, where you got a person that's got
No, it's not like AI at all.
you got a person that's creating everything, and another thing that's coming along and just taking it.
Only I guess that part is the
There
same.
you
But
go.
in this case, it felt more like you've got somebody creating this thing, and then the colorist signs their name on it and takes it.
Yeah, I mean that too.
Well, there's a lot of problems for Booster Gold while the story of one Mr. Roy G. Bigelow
Roy G. Bigelow.
is happening. But as we continue here, everything is happening, and Booster's in some bad shape.
Oh, he is in bad shape.
And why is Booster in bad shape?
He just got a hatchet job done by Lois Lane in the paper.
Oh, yeah. And if you want to read all this text, in addition to the rest of the text,
Oh
in this
my
book-
god! I was like, this is a homework assignment, man. It is a full page article, and it is
if you're going to put this in a story, do not put all the rest of the text that's in this story in the story.
and it's above the crease too. So this is like front page, no byline. Like
So we've got just a lot going on here. Booster plans to take care of this thing, and then now Booster goes to meet with the Mutual Insurance Agency, and Paul Morris is their client.
go figure.
And the Mutual Insurance Agency, instead of paying out to the insured, and by the way, if you are an insured and something bad happens to you,
Yeah.
do you know who you should contact?
Who should you contact?
Well, I thought you would already know.
Well, I would call late night legal.
Or night legal.
Night legal. I'm sorry, night legal. Change the name.
Well, that's because you can. That's because you can call them any time of the day.
Any time of the day.
But if you want to call them late, you still can.
Yes.
But you could call them in the morning too.
In the morning. How early?
No, I don't know. Not too early.
Not too early. Late morning.
I mean, you could leave a message, I guess.
You could call late morning.
Late morning legal.
Late morning legal. Please, no calls before 9.
Yeah. Well, if you want to reach Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul, I'm guessing no calls before 9. But if you want to
Jiu-Jitsu
reach
lawyer
him
Paul.
late in the day, you could do that. Yeah. And do you know if you did have a problem with an insurance company?
Yeah.
Because insurance companies are always great to work with, like this fine insurance company here.
Yes.
Who decide they don't want to pay out the claim.
No, they don't. I mean,
You could call Jiu-Jitsu lawyer Paul at 253-656-4475.
okay. What was that
You
number?
see, I
again?
even had the number this week.
Yeah. What was that number again, Dan?
253-656-4475.
For all your legal needs.
Well, not all of them.
Well, most
but
of your legal needs.
Many of them.
Many of your
Yes.
legal needs.
For your
And-
civil litigation needs.
Yes. Employment. Legal
Employment
needs.
works too, yeah. In fact,
Contracting. Legal
again,
needs.
I understand that he has been contacted by the Squatcho Man and is currently doing some research to see if the Squatcho Man has a viable case.
Viable case because
He's going to give him a recommendation.
I see.
Well, if you just treat your employees well, or if you're an insurance company, you just paid out the claim instead of trying to hire superheroes to recover the property.
He's become a property recovery specialist.
Well, apparently he has, but he doesn't want to do that. Well, anyway, now we are in somewhere in the Midwest.
Nowhere in the
There
Midwest.
are old telephone poles
Oh yeah.
with insulators on them. I understand you have a fondness for said insulators.
I have one purely because our old mentor had one. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
he
had
really
many.
had one, but had a fondness for them. People just kept bringing
Yes.
them to him, and I found it great. They're really cool.
But we run into one Michelle Carter driving a car and thinking a lot. She goes to a gas station.
It's not a booster
finds
mobile.
out a place. She finds out a place she could stay. She does not have a booster mobile. But she does have a nice car.
Looks like a Porsche. Could tear.
Yeah, I'm mad at a Porsche that looks like that drives too fast through my neighborhood. Get off my lawn.
Oh man, get off your.
Well,
lawn.
she goes in, she registers, she signs her name in the book, Trixie Carter. Now, is that a mistake? Yeah,
Interesting.
I didn't understand why that was happening. Because Trixie is a completely different character. She goes in a room with the proprietor, and there are two little kids with a machine that look very angry.
Angry children.
And they glare at her. We get an ad for Wild Dog because
Oh, yeah, Wild Dog.
if the Vigilante isn't enough to try to copy the Punisher, we need Wild Dog,
Yeah.
who is a completely different character, carries around guns and stuff. Because he's a superhero.
Kind.
Because superheroes use guns.
Well, he's like Casey Jones with guns and baseball bats and hockey sticks and guns.
Sure. And a laughing dog.
That's the mascot of his college team, Dan.
It is. Sure. Sure it is.
It is.
Do you know that for sure?
It's a fact.
I don't think that is a fact.
It is a fact. Look it up. You don't believe me.
I don't believe you. You look it up.
I don't need to look it up because I know it's true.
Uh-huh. So
It depends on the timeline or which one you're looking at. But if you're looking at original Wild Dog, it was the the college mascot of the team he played football for before he joined the Marines.
How do you know so much about Wild
Owned.
Dog?
I don't know. Why would you
You
not?
didn't even read DC Comics when this came out. I don't know. Why would you? The question is not why. Well, you know what? I've got the who's who over here.
I mean,
We'll
there's
look it up.
you can also look up about the gang of wild dogs.
Anyway,
I mean,
that
you
is
know,
true. You
because there's a
can-
whole
you
entire
can
thing
do
about
that.
like there's a whole entire group of people that decided to become wild dogs because they wanted to emulate Wild Dog after Wild Dog was dead because he was they thought that he had a
Well,
they
that was
wanted-
on TV.
I know, but that I said depends on the timeline in which you're referencing, Dan.
Well, yes. Anyway,
And that's a different Wild Dog altogether.
It
that's-
is a
that's-
very different Wild
That's
Dog.
Renee.
Yeah. Well, or is it the same Wild Dog? How do you know?
It's a different Wild Dog. He was a Navy SEAL.
Well, anyway, Booster Gold goes out to find the Rainbow Raider to track him down because Skeets shows up and is like, I can track down the Rainbow Raider because, as we know, Skeets runs the entire operation, and without Skeets, nothing would
really
actually
does.
happen.
He's the coach.
And they go to fight the Rainbow Raider, and the Rainbow Raider's like, haha, I have my black beam. I'll shoot. I'll shoot Skeets with the black beam, and the black beam takes away all life.
I want to know
And so Skeets dies.
how does his tech work? That's what I want to know. He's got these cool
He has eye beams. He
goggles,
has eyeglasses.
but like I
Those
mean,
things work.
but I don't know.
Well-
I mean, it's a battery power.
Well, his dad gave them to him.
Okay,
You could ask Tim Cook. Tim Cook's retired now. I mean,
Yep.
maybe he'll come on the podcast.
tell us how this works.
Well, he disappears. We get another advertisement for the ever popular and long-lived Silverblade.
Ah,
The comic
Silverblade.
you'll always remember.
I mean, when you think about it, he was the star of yesterday, living them
Yeah.
today,
Well, yeah, and
or then
it lived, I guess.
it shortly, small
I
run.
wonder if it made it all 12 issues.
I don't know. I'm sure something could be found out.
I'm sure listener Jason can find it in one of his comic book grab bags where he gets a pile of garbage for...
Hey, there was a lot of good garbage in that grab bag.
Nah, there was Dan Jurgens' Justice League, which was hot garbage right after the good Justice League was back here.
I saw some good stuff in there.
Name one.
Lumberjanes.
Okay. It's too easy of an assignment. Anyway, the Rainbow Raider shoots,
Out of the 20 books. Lumberjanes.
shoots Booster Gold with his white beam, blinds him. He turns him white now. He's
Oh,
blinded.
man.
He's scared.
He's blinded
He's-
by the light.
He's white now, and
Rainbow Raider's a douche.
yeah, we get more of the Rainbow Raider story in a second. I did some research. This thing's heavy.
My gosh. What'd you find out? Wild
All
Dog.
right, Rainbow Raider.
Oh.
Roy G. Bivolo. Roy Bivolo was not interested in climbing trees or playing baseball. All he ever wanted to do was paint. And he might have been a child prodigy, except that he was completely colorblind. However, Roy's father was a brilliant optometrist, and he kept his son's hopes alive with constant promises of a cure for the color blindness. Ah.
Ah.
But he made him some goggles, and the goggles gave him the powers instead of curing his color blindness, if you want the summary. So, ironically, it says basically the Flash brought the Raiders' initial crime spree to a halt because he was a bad guy. Then he joined forces with Dr. Double X in order to defeat the Flash and the Batman.
Whoa.
But he was defeated.
Wow.
Yep. Then his next battle was alongside the rest of the Flash's rogue gallery against the 64th century criminal Abracadabra, who was trying to destroy the Flash at their expense. Kadabra was defeated, and the Rainbow Raiders' current whereabouts are unknown until now.
Right now.
As this was written before.
Do you think the Rainbow Raider used his invisibility to just get away and then pop back up? And
I mean, you'd think he would.
That's what I would do. I'd be like, oh, things are getting a little hot over here. I'm going to...
Well, this says the Rainbow Raider has remarkable powers over colored lights, which emanate from his Prisma goggles. And after the explosion that charged his optic nerves, his own eyes, these lights affect the emotions of his victims. Red lights cause anger, blue cause sadness, green envy, yellow cowardice, etc. Black light saps his opponent's energy and color, and the brilliant blast of white light can temporarily blind a foe. The Raider is also able to create solid objects out of light. His prism is an example, but primarily uses this ability to generate solid rainbows that he can travel upon. Bivolo also invented a color-shifting paint that could effectively render an object invisible.
Oh, my goodness.
So, now you'd think that Rainbow Raider, instead of just shooting people with beams, if he can make light, if he can make solid objects, he's basically the Green Lantern with all of the colors.
Yes.
He's all of the lanterns.
He's all the lanterns. Oh, that's a dangerous thing to be.
And, well, if you knew how to use your power.
Maybe he just hasn't got there yet, Dan.
I don't know.
He's trying.
I don't think he's ever going to get there. Well,
why not? He's not open to it.
We're on to part 2.
We haven't even looked at the gold exchange, Dan. There might be some good letters in there.
Sure. Let's go back to the gold exchange. T.E. Pouncey is here. T.M. Maple is here.
You're like, and that's all.
Yeah. Hooray!
That's
from T.M. Maple. I'm not reading that one. Somebody should really collect all the T.M. Maple letters.
Yeah, they should, and put them all into...
And then make the T.E. Pouncey letters a backup.
Oh, that'd be good. A backup story?
Well, let's look at this letter from Lawrence Laney Lofton from 204 Gilbert Street, Monroe, Louisiana, 71203. If you've ever been to Monroe, Louisiana, the town smells like a giant wet fart.
Oh, my goodness.
It does.
Why, Dan? Why does it smell like a giant wet fart?
I believe from paper mills.
Oh, like Tacoma. Used to.
No.
Tacoma used to smell like a giant wet fart.
Like Longview.
Oh, Longview definitely smells like a giant wet fart.
If you go back in time and purchase a few copies of Action Number 1, you better think again. If you think you can just walk off with 10 copies, you're going to have to use currency printed in 1938 or earlier, unless you want to end up in a 1938 jail for passing phony money to a sharp-eyed newsstand vendor. A lot of people don't think about stuff like that when they talk about going back in time to buy something or to invest in something that they will have to value later. Hey, I picked this one for a reason. You asked me to pick one. I knew it was here. If I had the ability to go back in time, I would go back 1 week. That was when I last got paid on my job. I would take that check, cash it, bring it back to the future, leave it here, then go back and do the whole thing over again. Do it until I had a nice big bundle of money, even enough money to buy that copy of Action Number 1 that everyone else is going back in time to buy with a 1987 dime. I have a question for you. If you had the ability to go back in time, what would you do? Would you check on how Booster Gold is doing? If you had a complete run of the title, would you sit down and read them? As the writer and creator of Booster Gold, it would kind of be like asking someone if they want to know what they will get for Christmas every year until they die. Lawrence Laney Lofton, I don't understand what you're talking about at all. Your letter makes no sense. If you agree that his letter makes no sense, you can contact him at 204 Gilbert Street, Monroe, Louisiana, 71203. I'm sure he's still there. And if you want to find him, you can just go back in time.
I think the idea about going back in time to the week, to your last payday to get the money and then go back and, with the money that you had and put it down and then go back to the last payday and get that money and bring it back all within a week's time or 2 weeks time makes sense.
Yes, but in the future, they would realize there were like 15 of the same check there.
No. See, you cash that week that you get paid, you bring that money back to the future, cash in hand. And then you just keep going back and getting that.
Now, he said he was going to do the paycheck over and over again.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying there's a flaw in the logic. I'm fixing the flaw. Get the check, cash the check, take cash in hand, go back to the future, stack cash, go back in time, get check, cash check, back to the future, cash in hand, stack cash.
None of this makes any sense.
Or after you make a sizable amount of money, take all that, put it in the bank, and then go into the future after you put it into a high yield account, and then wait till it's yielded and then collect money in the future and then go back to the past with your
well, here's how Dan Jurgens answers the letter.
Okay.
Actually, if I could go into the future and read a stack of booster golds, I'd never have to think up another story, which would make my job real easy and not as much fun. We really enjoyed your response to the time travel question. Several of you mentioned the idea of killing Hitler. What happens if we throw another wrinkle into it? Suppose that late in life, shortly before he died, Hitler fathered a child that history has not yet discovered. And suppose that child someday fathers another child who will one day find a cure for cancer or AIDS. Do you still kill Hitler?
Conundrum. But we know from history that doesn't happen.
That no one kills Hitler?
That the child doesn't
that
do
we don't
those
cure
things.
cancer.
Yes.
And we know that we don't cure cancer. So, well. Also, thank you, Mr. Jurgens, for being progressive in 1987 and talking about another disease that was out there.
Yes.
So, okay. We are now moving on. Now, I tried to move on, and if this podcast goes really long, you can note that you made me go back to the goal.
You know what's crazy is I thought we were doing Inside Baseball. I thought we were doing 2 shows, but you're doing one big show.
I am doing one big show.
Oh my gosh, everybody, you're getting a double.
Yeah, you said to do 2 per show.
I thought we were doing 2 so you could stack them and have one in the can for later.
Well, that
in case Greg got sick again.
All right. Well, that's cool. We'll wrap it up then. Fine. We're done. That's it. I don't want to do any more. So, Greg is correct. That's our Inside Baseball. Greg has talked me into it. We will be doing no more Booster Gold today. But you come back, and we will do Booster Gold number 20. It'll be fantastic. We're done. That's it.
Cliffhanger.
Visit the Retro Emporium, Meeker Street, Kent, Washington. And remember, you can always go to Kickstarter, and you can hit a button that lets you know when the Kickstarter will start for the chromatic story of Alex Rain.
Yes. Yes.
Just look it up.
Look it up.
You'll find it. It's a cyborg story. It's wonderful.
Alex Rain's chromatic cyborg story.
Bye everyone.